Some call it personal development, others call it personal growth, and still others call it self-improvement. Whichever terms you use, I wonder whether you know what personal development means. In this video, I am going to explain the meaning of personal development and why it is important for all of us to practice. Welcome back to my channel, and please remember to subscribe. Let me explain it like this. Every one of us is born with a purpose, as in you are created for a purpose, and you are in this world to achieve a purpose. That purpose was designed and apportioned to you by God. And at the end of everything, you will be accountable for having achieved or not having achieved your purpose to God. Now, for the purpose that God has apportioned us, there are strengths that God has given us. Those strengths are in form of potential or talents. So the talents that you have been given to you so that you can use them to achieve your purpose. Now, personal development is growing yourself and your strengths, which is your potential or your talents, for the purpose of achieving your purpose. Now, out of that explanation, three things are important. Number one, it's your purpose. Then yourself. And then your abilities or strengths. Personal development is growing yourself first. For you to be able to grow yourself, it means you have to discover yourself. You have to know who exactly you are. That is why in the other day, in a different video, I said personal development begins with self-discovery. For you to initiate personal development, you have to be able to discover who you are, because you cannot grow what you do not know or even understand. There are many people who have lived throughout their lifetimes, but they do not understand who they are. When I talk about who you are, I am talking about the real you, the you that is inside that body, the you that God created. The other day I said man is a spirit that has a soul that lives in a body. There is the real you. In the course of time, in this channel, I will be able to dig that subject deeper and hope to come to the point of us understanding who we really are. We are awesome beings. We are amazing creatures that God has created. We are very special. The real you is a spirit, and the real you has got an assignment, and that assignment is a purpose, and that is why God has kept you here, and that is why you are alive. That is even why God protects you when dangers come your way. The whole reason why God is keeping you here is for a purpose. It's not for many things that sometimes we think about. So it is important for you to discover who you are, because the journey to personal development cannot begin if you do not know who you are. You have to develop a person that you know. Think about somebody who gets interested in becoming a world champion in soccer games. They have to enroll for improvement programs. Part of those improvement programs or personal development programs have to do with doing a lot of exercises that will prepare them to become the champions that they want to become, that will prepare them to go to the field and win the matches. In the same way, God has brought us here in the world for a purpose and a reason. We have an assignment, and it is very important for God and for the kingdom. And it is important to us too, because that is why we were created. We are like a product that has been created. And the beauty, the fulfillment of a product is in its achieving its purpose for which it was produced or manufactured. So it is very important for us to discover who we are. It is very important for us to position ourselves for personal development. The second thing I mentioned is growing your abilities or your talents. That one has got to do with sharpening your talents. It is not enough to have a talent. You have to sharpen your talent. You have to improve your talent. You have to make it better. You have to keep improving it as times change. So part of personal development has got to do with sharpening your talent, improving your talent, so that it can perform better in terms of, you achieving your purpose. Do you even know what your talent is? Because we can talk about sharpening our talents, improving our talents, but do you even know what your talent is? I think it's going to be sad when, for a person who lives throughout their lifetime, and then you get to heaven and you're before God, and then you discover you had a talent that you never scratched. You had a talent that you never used. And then you also find out that talent, using that talent is what was going to make God happy about you. Because in any case, if you never use your talent, chances are that you never fulfilled your purpose. Maybe you never even touched it. So that day when people go back home, which is heaven, is going to be a sad day for some people. Because some people are going to discover that they had a lot of talent that they never used. Because they never discovered it. Or they never sharpened it. They never got serious about it. They never committed to personal development or improvement. They never committed to achieving their purpose. It's very important. If you have a talent, can you sharpen it? You know, when people go to school or go to college or things like that, part of that is sharpening. It's actually education systems were supposed to be set up to sharpen talents. Sadly, that is not the case mostly in the world. But then everybody has got a responsibility to make sure you discover your talent, you discover yourself, you discover your purpose, sharpen those talents, and use them to achieve your purpose. It's very important. The last thing that I said is your purpose. For you to be able to undertake personal development, those purpose, yourself, your abilities or talents, all of them have got to align. Because in any case, the reason why you're doing that personal improvement is because there is a purpose that needs to be achieved. You're improving yourself so that you can achieve that purpose. You're improving yourself for a goal. The purpose for personal improvement is a goal that has got to be achieved. And so, let me finish by saying, in this channel, most of the time when I talk about purpose, I'm talking about God's purpose for your life, which you should adopt and make it your own and run towards it and towards achieving. Listen to me. There is a time that will come that we will be required to go back where we came from. We came from God. When we go back to heaven, and I hope every one of us makes it there, because some people, of course, may not make it. But when we go home, God is going to appreciate you based on whether you achieved your purpose or not. You're not going to be appreciated because you had a wonderful job and you bought an amazing car and a great house and you worked hard and you had enough food in your kitchen and all that. That is important. But we need to understand the reason why God is providing for us food and providing for us everything and giving us the houses and everything is for only one reason, so that we can achieve our purpose. That is the reason. So it will make no sense to God if He provides everything He has provided to you, but you're not doing anything about achieving your purpose. You're not even conscious about it. You're not even thinking about it. You're not concerned about it. When the trumpet sounds, and the trumpet does sound for every one of us, and that trumpet sounds to call us home, each one of us individually. When the trumpet will sound, only two things will matter. Are you with God? Are you on God's side? Are you going to make it home? Secondly, have you achieved your purpose on earth? Have you served God's purpose? Because when you go home, God will ask you about it. I hope you will not be embarrassed. You know, it is better to be embarrassed before people, but not to be embarrassed before God. It would be very sad. And to think of the fact that you may not have another chance to prove yourself or to make him happy. I mean, we should be busy doing everything possible because God has given us life, God has provided for us, and God is giving us everything that God is giving us so that we can achieve a purpose that we have. And yes, you can achieve your purpose if you can get serious about it. So discover your purpose. And that is one of the reasons why this channel is here. You see, God has provided different ways to remind us about what we should be doing. It could be a YouTube channel. You can look at a YouTube channel and wonder, okay, what is this about? But that might be a tool that God has made available to remind you so that you will not be ashamed when that day comes. One of the reasons why I have this YouTube channel is so that I can keep talking about purpose and talking about talents and talking about gifts and talking about potential and talking about leadership and talking about all these things that we are supposed to do and keep talking about it and never getting tired until somebody gets it. I am here to keep reminding us and talking about, talking about the same things and explaining them further in the hope that as many people as possible are going to hear and position themselves and people are going to start achieving their purposes because we will be answerable before God. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed and activate the notification bell because you don't know what other video I'm going to make next time. But I am here to talk about purpose, potential, talent, and all these some of the questions that you've always asked yourself. Who knows? Maybe as I keep talking, and I believe that is very possible. As I keep talking, you are going to begin to discover, oh wow, these are my strengths. This is my purpose. This is where I'm called. This is where I'm strong in. This is how I'm supposed to position myself. Otherwise, thank you so much, and God bless you.